You're watching News 8.
CPA Scott Adair is back with us from the New York State Society of CPAs. Scott, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Mark. Thanks for having us.
A pleasure. We are talking about something that's been sort of on the rise here during the pandemic, the creation of wills and trusts. The overall topic here, estate planning. What do people at home need to know about estate planning, putting a plan together for their estate?
Yeah, so it's a really important topic, and I think to your early point there was the fact that people had a lot of time to start looking at what they needed to plan for, and estate planning is certainly a priority regarding that. Wills and trusts are two separate and distinct documents, really talking about last will and testament and multiple forms of trusts that are out there. They are really two key documents in your estate planning toolkit. They assist you in protecting your assets and bequeath to your heirs besides your spouse at this point in time.
How does it work? How does one go about setting these wishes in writing, so to speak, to make sure that they're carried out after they pass on?
Yeah, really important that it is in writing, that it is witnessed by somebody, especially on the last will and testament piece of it. Certainly need to involve attorneys and or financial advisors in going through a process of, figuring out, identifying all of the assets that you have, that you own, that you could be bequeathing to somebody. Certainly the trust is something that happens while you're alive and can continue beyond your passing. The last will and testament starts effectively when you pass.
Let's talk about the consequence of not acting, because we hear horror stories of what happens with people's money after they pass on and they don't put their wishes in writing.
Yeah, really good point. So with the last will and testament, important to have something in writing because that makes sure that your wishes get acted upon. Last will and testament always goes through a court process called probate. They determine whether or not it's reasonable, the things that you've assigned to folks, but it certainly allows you to avoid the potential pitfalls of not having something and having effectively the courts decide where your assets go to, or even more importantly, caring for your children in the case of a last will and testament, making sure those things are documented so that your wishes, your requests get honored at your passing.
All right, Scott, thank you. Let's leave it here. If you still have questions hearing these themes, consult a trusted CPA for more advice, as Scott said, or an attorney as well. And there's also good information online at the State Society website, nysscpa.org/getmoneysmart. We'll share that link on our site at rochesterfirst.com.